Something is going on right now as we dey talk for inside IPOB. No be small thing o. They say that some group of people are doing everything to demoralize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his idea of self-determination, which is getting the Republic of Biafra. They say so many people don come outside say he's working for himself and for his family. We go play the video for you. May una hear some part of the story. I dey take analyze am for here. And this our brother don ask very important question. Why is it that they don't want Biafra to exist? And I go back you another video from another source say the same thing, that we and Nigeria, we Fulani and Yoruba cannot coexist. Anything you like, put yourself as a sacrifice for one Nigeria. It will not work today, it will not work tomorrow. That is the thing we have to get in this our head. However, let us go and look the videos before we come back and continue. The update wey we come dey get right now, they say one US senator they say the man don make one shocking tweet. He said the next in line to get their freedom is Biafra. It's Biafra and one other Somalia, he called it Somalia. I don't know, I've never heard about that one before. They say there are two people now in next in line, that the Biafra is the hottest in Donald Trump table to get their independence in Nigeria. We are going to watch. I'm going to paste the tweet as well so that you can see it as you take Twitter. However, let us go and play the videos before we come back and continue.
Yes, my people. We'll not go this topic. We saw this topic. Why is it difficult to achieve Biafra? Man, this topic is in the mind of many Biafrans and many people around the world asking this question: why is it difficult to achieve Biafra? In this video, I'm going to expose to you people what nobody know, or if they know but they don't think is real. But I'm going to expose to you people what you don't know. But before then, if you have any link that you can make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to watch this video, I want him to watch this video because I have a message I want to pass to him. Mazi Nnamdi, whatever it takes you, stay alive. The goal is for you to stay alive. Please stay alive. Even if it takes you to compromise, man, at this statement, people will not like it. Even if it takes you to compromise and stay alive, Biko, stay alive. I know why. Now, to my fellow Biafrans, this question is very paramount, and a lot of people is asking the question: why is it difficult to achieve Biafra? I will tell you people. These people has been consistent. War has happened over this Biafra, which we call Biafra war. And after the war, these people has been consistent, seeking what they want. Internationally lobbying, in fact, raised money. They have done everything possible. Why is it difficult? Do you know in history there has never been any country who have gone through what these people have gone through and they've never gotten their independence? None. But why is it difficult for them to get Biafra? Let me explain to you. Do you know that Biafra, if come to pass, will be the only country that has the same tribe, one religion, one culture, and one language? Underline this 14. One culture, one religion, one tribe, one language. Now, and I dive into research. Can't you go to Ajuju? Can't you go to the Oracle? And about chat GTP. Ngaju GTP here. Oh, question on chat GTP. And I want all of us to listen to this thing. It's very important. And chat GTP, what are the positive effects of a country having same tribe, same language, same religion, and same culture? This is what he told me. He said that country will have a strong national unity, a shared identity, build trust, loyalty, and a sense of belonging among citizens. There will be peace and stability. Fewer ethnic or religion division reduces the chances of internal conflicts, so there will be no conflict in that kind of country. Effective communication. One common language makes governance, education, and business more efficient. Faster policy implementation. Shared belief and cultural values make it easier for government to introduce and enforce what? Policies. Now, social cohesion. People are more likely to cooperate, support one another, and work towards common goals. Cultural preservation. Tradition and values are maintained and passed down easily across generations. Collective development efforts. Citizens are more willing to contribute to national projects and progress when they unite. Now see the overall. Oh, we're going somewhere. You need to watch this video. Overall, it said having the same tribe, language, and religion can create a high level of unity, cooperation, and stability, which supports smoother governance and coordinate national development. Calm down. further for you people to know how further I went. And I went further and I asked. I said, which country in the world, which country in the world has same tribes, same language, same culture, and same religion? Do you know what he told me? He said, no country in the world is 100% perfectly uniform in tribe, language, culture, and religion. Do you know what it means? It means that if you people get Biafra, you guys will have what has never existed in the whole world. You guys will be the fastest developed country in the whole world. You people will be the most united country in the whole world. You guys will move mountains. Your development will be like a speed of light. And I now ask, he now give me an example. The closest example of country that is close to this is Japan. You guys know that Japan, they took themselves and moved with the speed of light in development because they were closer to this thing, but they are not this thing. So now, what am I trying to tell you in essence is that they will never allow Biafra to come, international body, because they knew that being a country that we have the same tribe, the same religion, the same culture, and the same language means we will be the best in the whole world. This is why we've been suffering all this while. They knew this. That is why they're scared of allowing you people to go. And that's why I tell that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you need to stay alive and understand that this party now might not be the best part. The best part is to increase your negotiation power internationally. Negotiation power is the only part. Negotiation power is the only part. You need to stay alive and rebuild your negotiation power. That's what I have to say. But share this video and think better. There is no country in the world that will be equivalent to what? To Biafra if they come to existence. They will develop with the speed of light. The only one closer to them was Japan, and we know how Japan developed. Share this video.
No country in those books they wrote, no country will ever develop unless they belong to the same tribe or race.
So that means there's no hope for Nigeria.
Oh, yes, no hope. There's no. Let me just put it this way. If I live too long, maybe I die at the age of 95, which is just about 30 years time. But definitely, if I get there, it will be a miracle. But let somebody note it down so that you tell somebody after me, Nigeria will never, I'm sorry, develop. Unless there is an authoritarian regime that tie our neck together and force us to do what they want for at least a minimum of 25 years, like it was done in China. After then, you cannot begin to release freedom little by little. Otherwise, Nigeria is a country that is being, there's a tug of war where some people will hold each other that way, some people hold each other this way, then you start pulling at the center. In Nigeria, what we have is multiple pullings, multiple tugs of war. One year, dragging the center. It can never develop. Because our budgetary system is, oh, you are giving 10 roads to Edo, 10 roads to Lagos. You must give 10 roads to Bauchi, 10 roads to Gobe, 10 roads that they don't need. I was a bank manager in the 90s. When I came back from Germany, I was posted to Bauchi. You have roads tarred that only sheep sleep on them at night. And then you have donkeys on them, no motor. And they are all everywhere. Now, look at Lagos, the port that supplies the north. No rail. Because if you say, let's put rail, the northern senators and others will insist, no way. You must put the same thing in a place that is not productive. Like the rail line.
The plot to dismantle IPOB, a direct attack on the Biafra struggle. There is a deliberate and sinister campaign underway to weaken IPOB from within. They want Biafrans to stop paying their monthly dues. They want us to stop attending IPOB meetings. They are pushing aggressively for the destruction of the Directorate of State, DOS. These are not innocent suggestions. They are calculated moves designed to collapse the structures that have kept the Biafra restoration struggle alive and strong for over 13 years. Those behind this know exactly what they are doing. Stopping dues means starving the struggle of funds. Avoiding meetings means killing coordination and discipline. Destroying DOS means dismantling the very administrative and enforcement framework that holds everything together. Why don't they just come out openly and say, end the Biafra struggle and let everybody go their separate ways? Because that is precisely what these demands mean. They understand that directly attacking the Biafra ideal may not work, so they are attacking the foundations that sustain it. They want us to voluntarily destroy what we have painstakingly built with unity, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment over more than 13 years. It took blood, tears, consistency, and the collective resolve of millions of Biafrans to build IPOB into the formidable movement it is today. The monthly dues, regular meetings, and the DOS did not appear by magic. They are products of discipline, vision, and strong leadership under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Asking us to abandon these structures is asking us to surrender the struggle without a fight. Biafrans must see this for what it is, a well-orchestrated plot by enemies of freedom, both internal and external, who are desperate to break our unity. A divided and disorganized IPOB is easier to defeat or ignore. But a united, disciplined, and financially strong IPOB remains a powerful force that cannot be silenced. We must reject every attempt to destroy what has taken us over 13 years to build. Continue to pay your dues. Continue to attend meetings. Protect the DOS with everything you have. The Biafra struggle is not a joke. It is a sacred mission that demands our total commitment. Unity is our greatest weapon. Let no one deceive us into dismantling it. Family Riders Press International.
My people, no be small thing, I don't see am as it dey happen. Now we take the bring am back to back. Nigeria, I think we are this particular game where they play now to destroy IPOB, to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all agenda is a waste of time. You can disrupt it in the paper and the radio and get some bunch of fools coming out to talk nonsense, but at the end of the day, you never destroy it in the mind of the people. You just feel they can only conquer. They cannot conquer the record. That's the people they call the hardcores. So guys, share this video, drop your own opinion in the comment section.